One of the things that we offer at Capstone that goes beyond kind of the traditional services of recruiting is consulting services. And one of the most valuable tools in that can honestly be sort of an initial assessment that we do, where we come in and we try to get a feel for what's working, what's not working.
I think one of the things that we try to encourage clients to do is to have a more holistic conversation about recruiting. Yes, there are times when it is literally about, I have a job and I need to find a butt to put in that seat. But really most of the time, it is about how can we be building a sustainable, successful long-term plan.
It's the good, better, best philosophy. You might have something that's really, really good, and we make it a little bit better. Or maybe you're already at that better and you're doing 90% of it good, and we can make it the best process out there. A few suggestions, an idea or two, from spending time getting to know you, number one, and then number two, providing that expertise along the way to take it to the next level.
I always use the analogy with people, if we don't know where we're going, how do we ever know when we get there? And at the same time, how do we possibly chart a course? And really recruiting or talent acquisition is kind of that same type idea. You have to figure out where you are, where you're trying to go, figure out how you're going to navigate in between, and then be prepared for some of the bumps that may come or unforeseen challenges and know how to adjust on the fly.
And that comes by being able to step back and just ask a really healthy question. How are we doing in recruiting? Are we doing this well? Could we be doing better? When I talk with insurance organizations, starting with that question, a lot of times what they'll tell me is, I feel like we spend too much on recruiting fees. Or, do you think our process is too long? Or, what are you hearing that candidates want in the marketplace? Or, we just use Outlook folders to save all of our resumes. Should we be using an ATS? Should we be hiring other recruiters? How do we train them? How do we create a more efficient hiring process? Because our hiring managers take forever to get back with us. That kind of stuff is less about butts and seats and more about going through a discussion and exercise with an expert like us.